Emisión.net.
Hello again and welcome to Letter from England, broadcasting for AC Press and the Spanish Evangelical Alliance. My name is Jonathan Dawson. The religious liberty of Catholics is regulated by the State Church of Accord of 1979, and this is not going to be affected. Well, so speaks Juan Antonio Martínez Camino, General Secretary and Spokesman for the Roman Catholic Episcopate in Spain. His comments are a political salvo to try and head off any government designs on the privileged position enjoyed by the Catholic Church in Spain. As far as Camino is concerned, any modification of the law of religious liberty, which the government is considering at present, will not touch the special agreement signed as part of the delicate transition from dictatorship to democracy following the death of General Franco. What Camino does not say is that society has moved on considerably since then, and if Catholic privileges were unfair then, they are an anachronism today. His comments may also be designed to reduce tension between the bishops and the government, which once again is high following clashes over the proposed liberalisation of the abortion law, which has led to large-scale demonstrations against such a move. Camino said the Catholic hierarchy had gathered a panel of experts to study the proposed changes to the religious liberty law when they were announced. Rather ingenuously, though, he added that the Catholic Church has nothing against the non-confessional status of the state, quite the opposite, which has led to the state operating independently from religion. He said he saw this as the outworking of Jesus' principle of giving to Caesar what is Caesar's and to God what is God's. He said, the Church is not the state, nor should the state be the Church, and reminded his hearers that the Catholic Church is not worried about making such a distinction. Rather, he insisted that they prefer the two institutions to be mutually independent. However, he said they were concerned at the prospect of government institutions becoming anti-religious or anti-Christian, which would be secularism with a capital S. At least that's my translation of the terms which literally are laicity and laicism, which I don't think work very well in English, but the idea is that the government, from the Catholic Church's perspective, and indeed many evangelicals would agree with them, is promoting secularism almost as the new state religion, rather than operating from a completely non-confessional and neutral, in religious terms, playing field. The bishops also touched on the credit crunch in their recent meeting, calling on Christians to help those in need. Camino said the solution to the crisis was the strengthening of one's moral conscience. Otherwise, he said, people will come out of one crisis and enter another. Camino also took the opportunity to call for Catholics to have complete freedom to preach the gospel. Well, this is rather an interesting call in the face of so much Catholic opposition to evangelicals preaching the gospel down the years. And Spanish Protestants will be rather amused, if that's the right word, to hear that Catholics consider that they haven't complete freedom to preach the gospel. They might ask rather whimsically, when did they want to do that? And certainly, when did they want to allow others to have that same freedom? However, Camino's not referring to that, but to the relationship with the state, assuring the government that it did not want to usurp the latter's legislative role. He said, the bishops do not want to supplant Parliament, which is the only legitimate lawmaking body. Well, that's a relief at least. Thank you for listening to Letter from England, broadcasting on emission.net each week. Goodbye for now.
Emisión.net